At this step, we will create an opening symbol for our door. And to do this, I will create a nested family again. I activate the File New Family command. Select the Metric Detail Item template and click the Open button. With the help of this template, we create 2D families that are usually necessary for a simplified or schematic display of certain 3D components in drawings. The door opening symbol is just such a family. We shouldn't see it in 3D views, elevations, or sections. It will be displayed only on plans. There is no tool on the ribbon allowing you to create 3D geometry. We have previously created 2D families, such as a profile or a label, but Detail component is a completely special family category. The main feature of such families is that they change their scale depending on the selected view scale, which is also typical for 3D components, but not for most of 2D families. As always, we start family creation by constructing the reference planes. The first 2 planes will determine the door panel width. Let's assign the parameter to the size. We are creating a nested family, so it is more convenient to make all the parameters here into instance parameters. We also need a plane defining the gap. Let's create a parameter. Now we will draw a line that will represent the opening door. To do this, select the Line command on the Create tab. In the line creation process, you can immediately specify a subcategory for it on the ribbon. I'll leave the default subcategory for now. Draw a line from a point of the reference plane's intersection. When I move my mouse cursor over this point, both planes are highlighted, and an anchor symbol appears. Let's create a line of arbitrary length. Next, you should fix the beginning of the line at the reference plane's intersection. Let's do it with the Align command. Specify a reference plane. Move the mouse cursor over the line beginning and press the Tab key to select a point. Then we close the lock. We will do the same for the other reference plane. Let's highlight the line. A temporary dimension will appear. Let's make this temporary dimension permanent. Let's select the dimension and assign a parameter to it. The line length will correspond to the door panel width of. If I select a line, I can change the subcategory for it either through the Properties panel or the ribbon. I will select the Medium Lines subcategory. Nothing has changed visually, but if you deactivate the Thin Lines command on the View tab, that is switched on now, then the lines will be displayed taking into account their thickness, specified through the subcategory. The Thin Lines command is also available on the Quick Access toolbar. I'll go to the Manage tab and open the Object Styles window. Here you can change the line weights set for the categories and subcategories. Line weights are specified in abstract units. The correspondence of these units to the measured thicknesses is assigned through the additional settings. Line weights window. We can see that the larger the number, the greater the actual thickness. This is at least true for the standard Revit family and project templates. Let's build the opening radius. To do this, we will use the line command on the Create tab again and select the Center Ends arc among drawing tools. We indicate the center of the arc, then the end of the opening line, and bring the arc to the reference plane's intersection. Lines in Revit can automatically snap to each other. Therefore, the arc end is automatically linked to the line representing the door panel, and the other arc end should be linked to the reference planes. Let's use the Align command for these. You also need to specify the radius dimension for the arc. When selecting the arc, a temporary dimension will appear. Let's make it into permanent and assign a parameter to it. We also need to create a parameter for the opening angle if we want to control it. To do this, construct an angular dimension between the door opening line and any horizontal plane. Let's assign the opening angle parameter to it. Let's check how it all works. I will arbitrarily change the parameter values. A good test for rotating geometry elements is to set the angles to their extreme positions. In the case of opening the door, these are 0 and 90 degrees. Let's try to set it to 90 degrees and press the Apply button. Everything is working. Let's go back to 45 degrees. No error occurred. We will not be able to set 0 degrees here, since with this value the arc will collapse to a point. Let's make sure of it. The program gives an error. Line is too short. This error is precisely related to the arc line. Let's press the Cancel button. So, the family works with different values of the opening angle parameter. So we can assume that everything was done correctly. I will click OK. Before loading this family into a parent, I will change the isReference parameter value for the reference planes. Select two side planes and set the NaToReference value. I will do the same for the plane representing the gap. Let's save the family. I will call it 100 door opening symbol. Next, load this family into the door panel family. Let's place the instance in the arbitrary position. Let's link the instance parameters to the parent family parameters. Let's start with the gap. And do the same with the door panel width. For the opening angle, you will have to create a new corresponding parameter in this family. This will be an instance parameter, since we still have to pass it to the main door family. Now, let's align the nested family instance to get it in the correct position. The door opening symbol is now set to a position that shows us the left-hand outside screen. If we want to switch between different opening positions using one family, we need a designation for each of them. For example, I will mirror the existing symbol for the opening to get the right-hand outside screen of the door. I will use the Mirror Draw Axis command. I will move the new family instance to an arbitrary position and then perform the alignment. Close the locks. We now have two instances of the same family, and in this case, we need to make sure that only one of them is displayed in the project. Moreover, we should have an opportunity to choose which one. The standard visible parameter assigned to any object created in the family editor will help us with this. I will select the designation of the left door opening and assign the family parameter to its visible one. I will do the same to specify the right door opening. We have two parameters using which we can control the visible of objects. You can check how it works if you enable the Preview Visibility mode. Without enabling of this mode, objects created directly in this file will be visible in any case. On the other hand, enabling this mode allows us to see how the geometry will be displayed in a situation as if we had loaded our family into a project or into another family. Save this version of the family and load it into the main door family. Here we will overwrite the existing version. An opening element will immediately occur here. It only remains to pass the parameter opening angle to the parent family. This will be a type 1, and I will send it to the other group. Let's change the opening parameter value and indicate the right opening. Try to change the value of the opening angle parameter. Our family is working correctly. Let's save it.